baby. We should get a moment in time. To ooh, baby.
Thanks for
it's all good.
Thanks for even having me come through, man.
Man.
I've been trying to come through and come listen to some of the music that you got.
I'm glad you finally made it, dog.
No, it's about time.
Yes,
especially since you're putting out a new album called JOS to the World.
Yeah.
And the first thing you're dropping on there is Trillions. It only makes me wonder. Let me be honest with you.
You like it? You like Trillions?
I like it, but I'll tell you, the first time I heard that record, I was like, this brother probably made Trillions already, man. I mean, you must have made some Trillions.
We're on the way. We are on the way. We got dreams to make Trillions. You feel me? But I mean, yeah, that's the first record. Not the first record off the album, but the first record that I decided to usher in the album with. And yeah, I'm happy with the response, man. Shout outs to YouTube.
No, it's a good record, man. I got you. It's a good record.
I appreciate the fans for supporting and all that stuff. It feels beautiful. It feels good to finally be able to put out another album. Yeah. I think it's been a long time coming.
So tell me, so what happened to start that in all that period, all that time? It's since 2013 you dropped.
Yeah, my last album was 3 years ago, and that's the Fire of Zamani. Now I'm back with another one because it took that long because I had to take care of a whole lot of things. I had to take care of myself as a person. I had to take care of my music. I had to take care of family. There's certain goals that I had as a human being, as a person, that I wanted to achieve before a certain time. You know what I mean? So I would say
you were also leaving your parent label at that point in time.
Exactly, and I was going through that process of having a peaceful exit with my parent label, Chocolate City. So
how did you
all
achieve
that takes time.
Tell me, how do you achieve that?
It took us time because we knew from the beginning that if we just said, "Oh, Ice Prince contract with Chocolate City is over," people probably would have misread it.
And that's what everyone was looking. I'm not going to say looking forward to, but it's happening so many.
I know.
So people are like, "Oh, what's going to happen?"
And I didn't want to come off seeming like another artist that's joined the train of that kind of of stuff because it kills the label business too.
True.
And I believe my voice is strong. You know what I mean? If I come out to say Chocolate City, no, I mean, a lot of artists would not be encouraged to sign to labels.
I get you.
You feel me? So like, it wasn't something that was harsh or with anger out of malice. It was something that we actually took our time to put together and plan. That Jags would be able to run Jags Nation, and Ice would be able to run Super Cool Cats, and M would be able to head the mother label Chocolate City. You feel me?
But I didn't get it at some point because they made you vice president almost like at the same time when M was named the chairman. So looking from outward in, it almost seemed like you were solidifying your position. Like obviously you're not going nowhere because they're giving you that position. Why do you take it on if you aren't going to stay?
I take it for a year.
Okay.
I was meant to take it for a year. Maybe I didn't communicate that to the fans that, oh, this job is for 1 year. Or just like Ice Prince as a new vice president. No, I took it for a year, and it was meant to be for at the time we were putting together the TICBN album, the Indestructible Chuck Boy Nation album, and I was sitting at the top of making that album happen. I was working with all the artists to get all the songs and to make sure all the songs sat where they sat on the album and putting the songs together. I was kind of like in charge of that project. So yeah, that took me time to do.
You guys didn't push that album though. I thought the album had a lot of fire tracks on it.
And the album was not pushed. We tried. We had Do Something. Do Something did well. Ricochet did well.
There were great songs. There was Sweet 99 was a great song. Drank was a good song. There was
Sweet
a lot
99 was a good song, man. I wish we showed a video for that.
Come on, that's what I'm saying. Like, there were a lot of great songs. Well, anyway, I guess you guys are.
You're right, but at the end of the day, man, like, I can't point fingers at nobody. I can't point fingers at myself or point. At the end of the day, like so many things happen behind the scenes that the fans do not see or that other people don't see. But if you're not satisfied as a consumer, please don't be offended. Next time it will be better.
You see, I'll tell you this for a fact. Anybody who consumed that album actually enjoyed the body of work.
Appreciate that.
So from my point of view, like I like to push the music. From my point of view, I enjoyed pushing the music.
Thank you.
But I also know that a lot of people would have said, "Oh, I wish I saw."
I wish I saw a video for Third Mainland Bridge.
Yeah, those kind of records.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But
it's all.
It is what it is. We'll do better next time.
It is what it is. But it is what it is. I appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
So fast forward 3 years now. It's 2016. You are putting on a label called Super Cool Cats.
Yes.
I mean, so I heard.
I announced the label called Super Cool Cats. Yes. SCC, Super Cool Cat. That's my new outfit. It's an outfit that has to do with music, fashion, and art. You know, I have a bunch of stylist friends, a bunch of designer friends who are involved with Super Cool Cat. I have a bunch of graphic artists who are involved with Super Cool Cat, and some musicians as well. So yeah, that's what Super Cool Cat is about. And the first project that we're putting out is the JOS of the World album, which is an Ice Prince project. Ice Prince is also an artist signed to Super Cool Cat.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I see a label, I see brand merchandising.
Yeah.
Super Cool Cat.
A lot of merchandising. I should have worn my Super Cool Cat TX.
Sorry.
It's coming.
I mean, I see the vision. I see where you're going with that.
Yeah.
So JOS to the World, break that down to me, because I mean, first of all, I'm excited because we're going to listen to some of the records exclusively.
Word.
And you know,
I'm gonna load it up for you. I have some big features, man. I have some exciting songs, man.
So I hear.
Exciting productions, man. Yeah, but yeah.
But tell me, what's the point about JOS to the World? I mean, why name it JOS to the World? I'll tell you what I had in mind. The first time I heard the name, I was like, okay, perhaps Ice wants to put JOS on the map. So you break it down to me from your perspective.
Yeah, I'll be happy if JOS is on the map. I mean, JOS is always on the map for some Boko Haram stuff or for some, you know, terror or some crisis. But I mean, I want to put JOS on the map for a positive reason, for a good reason, which is music. And music is a good thing. Music unites people.
Sure.
But apart from that, the whole project is a story of mine. It's me telling my story and me carrying my story from what it was in JOS, from JOS, and taking it to Lagos and to the world.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole idea behind the album JOS to the World, and it's to inspire people to know that in whatever they do, like, they can take their stories from, whether it is Kogi or from Owerri or from Gombe or from Lagos or from Ghana or from Kenya or from Turkey, wherever it is, you can take it to the whole wide world. And yeah, that's the idea behind the album. And like I was saying to you off camera earlier, people are already sending in stories about how they made it from rags to something else, for example. You know, and it inspires somebody. And they're writing it with headlines. I see a lot of headlines. Worry to the World. I've seen Kogi to the World. I've seen a few online that I actually took my time to read, and they were very, very inspiring stories. So I encourage people to also join in the movement. My story is JOS to the World, you know, and yeah, write your own story.
So tell me this. If I mean, just in summary, right? What does JOS mean to you? And I'd like you to just give us a picture of JOS from your childhood up until
JOS.
Yeah, like how did that imprint on you?
JOS is beautiful, man. Like JOS is home. JOS is such a peaceful place. It's such a quiet place. You feel me? It's such a warm place. It's cold. It's very, very cold. But when I say climate wise, but it's such a warm place. The people are welcoming.
Yeah.
The people we love education in JOS. We love school. School is, you know, it's priority for anybody that comes from Plateau State. Exactly. And yeah, like JOS, we have agriculture as well. Tourism is one of our, you know, our key
strong points.
Exactly. Like JOS has mountains and it has a lot of beautiful sights to see. You feel me? And it's such a calm place that's giving birth to so many superstars and amazing talents from Nigeria. Not just from Ice Prince or Chopsticks, but look at an MI, look at a Jesse Jacks, look at an Asha. And you know, there's so much greatness. Look at a P Square, look at a Mikel B, look at a Young L. There's so much greatness in there, you know.
I was going to go there. I was going to go there because my homegirl Fulu Storms, we were talking about JOS some time ago, and she was like, man, like, I need to know what it is that makes so many creative guys come out of JOS. I need to know. Like, is it in the water? If it is, she like, I'll go there and fetch a bucket. Make that a business.
That's what the important I say, go other places, you know. But I mean, it's just the environment, you know. It's a very quiet, peaceful place. It gives you it gives you room to groom your creativity easily. You know what I mean? Like I used to tell people that back in the day when I had exams, I used to really go to the mountains. Back in my crib, there's mountains, like big mountains, and I used to go like to the top, whether it's picnics or whatever it was, read our books there. I started writing my first raps on some of those mountains.
Wow.
You feel me? And yeah, and what I'm saying is like those sort of environments gives you more room and more space to open up your mind as a creative. If you ask most creative, they always like places that are peaceful and calm to draw to whatever.
You should put take a picture of one of those mountains and put it in your album art cover.
Yeah, we had an idea.
You know?
We did have a few ideas. Let me show you this idea that we had real quick. We did have this idea that I don't want to show nobody. This is for you. I hope I still have it. Okay, so we did have this little idea with the mountains in the back, even though it's not this picture.
I see it.
But yeah, we did have. But
not bad.
It's not a first pick though. You know, but
gotta throw the mountains in there.
Yeah.
Okay,
somehow.
so let's talk about the album.
Yeah.
I want us to listen to some tracks.
Let's talk about the album real quick. I'm gonna start with this one. Let me hit you. What's it's called Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
You know Breezy from Empire?
Yeah.
The girl from Empire?
Yeah.
She's in jail right now.
Yeah.
In Empire, not in real life jail.
Definitely.
Big up, it's a stick up, Lil Breezy in this bitch, nigga, big up, what? Now take your money and show it by me. Y'all fucking my head up, y'all niggas living in the mall, fucking the bread up. These niggas on the grind now, broken, they fed up. Them real niggas shoot to kill, fuckers you playing for, huh? Listen, watch your tone when you come through. I ain't gonna let you
I like that already. Dude, listen, you know what, yeah?
Yeah.
So briefly, break it down to me, like, just the word. I want to understand, because I've heard, like, 2 great songs already.
Yeah.
You know, so break that down to me. How does that translate to Just the World? Are you bringing that different foreign sound to JOS and then telling people, like, yo, it's that JOS cat that is making this? I mean, what exactly?
Nah, I'm not necessarily trying to make foreign music on an album like this. To me, it's not foreign. This is the kind of beats I grew up listening to in JOS. This beat was made by a JOS producer, Chopsticks.
Nice.
Okay, this was made by an American. All right. Nice. So this is what we grew up on. You feel me? Like, this is our music. I'm not trying to say, we're trying to take the music that we're used to. This is the same music we're used to in JOS. Take it into the world, and the world already knows this. Like, the world already makes this. The world inspired this. Matter of fact, where she's from inspired stuff like this.
Sure.
So it's just letting them know that, listen, we got it too. You know, we got it too. It's the same thing. It's a lot of artists from Africa right now. I don't want to go name dropping, but that big up, you know, in terms of how they're portraying Africa and our music and Nigeria to the rest of the world. I really big up. You know what I mean? It's, you just show that, let them know that we got it too, basically.
Absolutely.
Yeah, those 2 beats I'll play for you, though they sound foreign, trap, rap music, but were made by Chopsticks.
So let me ask you, how do you pick producers that you work with? I mean, how do you pick them?
I don't really pick producers. I don't sit down to pick producers. I just
work with the ones you're comfortable with.
I work with whoever has a good vibe and has talent and has good music for me. You feel me? If I'm able to relate to you, I like to be friends with my producers. Yeah. I like to have producers that can come to my house and live, that I can go to their house and live. Not just producers that send me beats. I work with other producers that send me beats, you know. But if I open my email for you now, bro, I have beats from all over the world. You see what I'm saying? Some producers will attach 10 beats.
Do you take time to listen to those beats?
Sometimes I do. But I can't take time.
Okay, well, list all of them.
Yo, bro, there's beats from Cape Town, there's beats from Accra, there's beats from Nairobi, from Abuja, from Kaduna, from world, from everywhere.
You have to employ someone to literally.
I do have somebody, but even the person cannot keep up. You feel me? So I like to work with the people that I'm closer to, I'm friends with. Yeah. Like, for example, I have a producer in South Africa called Camera, who actually takes time to come to Nigeria and will stay in my house and spend time with me to make music. And when I'm out there, he's with me. We have that sort of relationship, you know, and we're able to work even easier. Chopsticks, you already know. Jesse Jacks, you already know. MI, you already know. Ill Keys, who's new compared to the names that I just called. it's a friend to me now. It's a friend to me now. And that's how we're able to work. I like to work with people that I'm close to, that I'm friends with.
So how many producers do you have on this album right now that you're working with? Like?
I have, a lot of songs were taken out of this album, but on the final select, I have Chopsticks, I have Ill Keys, I have Camara, and I have Fresh Brit. Fresh is from America. He lives in America. He used to be Robbie Celeste. I dropped a record called, Say Y'all Good Day. If I know wake up in the morning, some acoustic record. Okay. He produced that. And he's a super cool cat too. He's on my side, man. He's on my team, man. He's rapping, the whole squad. So those are the producers on this album. And TUC, who made Trillions. Yeah. And TUC, who made Trillions. So it's just me and my circle, me and my actual inner circle. Chopsticks is the head producer. He was the head producer on the last album. And yeah.
Does he get to listen to all the other tracks and supervise certain?
Yes, he sits on everything, yeah. And every producer that comes to work with me too kind of just knows that, hey, Chopsticks, not like I have to come and play my beats for Chopsticks before Ice can do it, but they know that respect for Chopsticks is there when it comes to Ice's music.
Yeah, I like that, man.
Yeah.
The song that you guys had, what's the name of that song again? You guys were all in the video.
With who?
Chopsticks.
Chopsticks stinking.
Huh?
Stinking. Yeah.
Oh, man. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, that was a dope record.
Thank you, man. Shout out to Chopsticks.
Like, that's a dope record. And I honestly just felt like, this is a typical example of people who have great vibe together, like who obviously know each other beyond just the music.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It's literally like brotherhood. You feel
no doubt. Every time we come together, we make magic, man. Me, Young Girl, India, Chopsticks. Every time we come together, we have so many songs. And the thing about us is we just don't record and drop. You feel me? Like, we actually take our time to. Yeah. Maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing. We don't know. But that's just how we roll.
Being a perfectionist is not.
That's just how we roll. Yeah. But there's so many songs that we haven't even released yet that we don't even know when we're gonna release. You know what I mean? Some of them on maybe my other albums, or Young Girl's album, or India's album, or Chopsticks' album, or stuff like that. But everything we've made is crazy. Those are my actual day ones.
Nice.
Yeah.
So do you feature obviously Chopsticks on the album, but are you featuring Young L and
I got Young L on the record. Yeah. I have Young L on the tape on a song called Playlist. Some sexy for the ladies. Chopsticks. Yeah. Since 2006. Oh, it's by the album when you hear it. But that's a me and Young L record. I love it so much.
Yeah. I
Playlist.
like that, man. No, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to a lot of stuff.
Thank you.
So you mentioned some of the international collabs that you have on the album.
Yeah.
You mentioned Breeze is on it.
Breeze is
on it as well.
Crepton Conan is on it. Shout out to Crepton Conan. Phil Ade as well. Phil Ade is international. You know what I mean? Even though he's Nigerian, I see him like
that's that Nigerian boy signed to Wale, right?
Yeah, okay. Signed to Wale, and he's amazing, man. He's really, really amazing with the raps we've done. Not just the record on my album. We have something else on his mixtape called Nothing Do You. That's I love his vibe. I love his raps. Huh?
Is he doing Pigeon as well? Nothing Do You? Oh, good. That was your.
Yeah, but I did the hook.
Oh wow!
So
I'm just saying. I just say like what?
He just did his rap, but I did the hook. Well, I'm sure he can speak Pidgin English.
Okay.
He was with Wale the last time he was in Nigeria. Yeah, but he's doing his thing. Phil Ade.
That's cool.
Yeah, but Dice Isles is also an international artist.
True.
Yeah, shout out to Dice. Coca is also an international artist. Shout out to Coca.
That record that you played earlier, was it Rich?
Which one?
There's a record you played with Dice on it earlier.
Brooklyn.
Yeah. So
Brooklyn.
He's rapping on that record.
He's rapping on it. And doing the hook.
True?
Yeah. Dice raps.
No, like I respect that, man.
Yeah, Dice spits. Let me play Dice's rap on that song real quick. What?
But what to do, you don't come up from Brooklyn. I'm about to shoot, you don't come up from Brooklyn. Them shot as well, I got ocean for real, my nigga. In the kitchen, cause I got her the frost, my neck frozen for real, my nigga. Cash rules, everything around me, cream, no lotion for real, my nigga. I got your brother, my FaceTime. And she dancing like machinery. I don't never know where her name be.
Dice is mean with the
No,
balls.
I'm telling you, man. Enough respect to that kid, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Shout out to Dice.
He's very promising.
Chalk
man.
boy.
Shout out to him, man.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Ice. You came up with that one record. You blew up actually with that one record, Oleku, which literally put you out on the map. And after that, you didn't look back. You just kept going.
Yeah.
No, I got my phone buzzing.
I didn't want to be hungry.
Don't worry. Definitely, obviously.
Yeah.
But a lot of people who had met you when you were coming up, I mean, this is in the game. Once there's success, breeds jealousy.
Definitely.
Have you ever had to deal with that? And how did you deal with that? I mean,
I don't even see that. Maybe that exists. Maybe there's a few people jealous, but I don't even see it. Sometimes it comes to me, but I don't even want.
Has it ever happened to close people that you know, not necessarily but your close friends that you wouldn't expect it from, like, and how did you deal with that?
Well, I would just say I've been heartbroken before by a few people.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would say it was jealousy that resulted to that, got him changed, whatever. But I've been hurt by a few people before, and I know I've hurt people before too. I'm a human.
You think you've changed?
From what? From what I used to be?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
From where you were?
I don't think so. I don't think I've changed.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm grown now. Maybe I'm more vocal now. But I don't think I've changed. Honestly.
No, because
I tell you the truth, the nothing but the truth. Honestly,
so help you God.
Yeah, so help me God.
Maybe
I'm more vocal now because I'm older. But I ain't changed.
Because I mean, at some point, one of the most difficult things to have to deal with in the industry as an artist, and I would assume, is that once you become successful, popular, you're gonna always have you're gonna make new friends and have a lot of people, come into the circle.
True.
Now there's always gonna be that problem of being able to, filter out the
BS.
The BS, exactly. So how do you do that? How do you stay focused on that?
Man, I have let some BS into my life. I would have lied to you a few times.
So probably all have.
Yeah, we probably all have. Exactly. But I have, and when I realize it's BS, I cut it off and I move on. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't dwell on it too much. If I don't get, if I try as much as I can to get comfortable with something, and I don't get comfortable with it, I exit out of my life and focus on only positive, focus on the things that make me happy and the things that keep me focused and the things that keep me making good music for my fans and making me money and making me, you know what I mean?
So what would you say are the three main things that you're focused on that keeps you grounded and focused? What are the three main things in your life? God keeps me focused. God keeps me grounded. I have a very, very personal relationship with Jesus Christ. And I'm not even joking about this. I'm not saying this on some corny talk. I hear you. God keeps me grounded. My friends keep me grounded. My day one friends that I still have, that still exist in my life, keep me grounded. And of course, I would say, I want to say family, but I want to generalize it to like my son too as well, because he's my family, not just my sisters. True. You get me? Or that, yeah. Those things keep me grounded. Those people keep me grounded. People always have this misconception about people. When they see you out in public places, they obviously create an image about you and say, oh, that's who you are. But half the time when they do meet you in person, like privately, different perception. So just off the record, if anyone wants to ask who is Ice Prince, what would you say that you are? Ice Prince is Panshak Zamani. Ice Prince is just a guy, man, just a regular guy, just like anybody else. Just like anybody else, really. I've never in my life thought about myself as a star. Even though my fans call me a star, even though my fans say I'm a celebrity, I've never tried to see myself in that light. You see what I'm saying? I've always tried to see myself as that kid who came to Lagos with MI.
I'm always gonna see myself like that.
You big him up a lot. I see you always bigging him up.
It's not even about bigging him up. Maybe I just talk because it's like the boss say everything I'm bigging him up. I don't need to big him up. Like that's my I don't.
No,
need
obviously. I mean, you don't need to, but like.
Yeah, but I'm just talking facts now. You know, like.
Yeah.
I just steady see myself as that guy. You know, and I don't want to ever see myself as a star, as a celebrity. Like even when I went to win the BET Awards, I said this so many times.
Yeah.
You know, over there too.
Yeah, I caught that actually.
I've never seen myself as a star. You know, that's just who I am, bro.
Nah, I feel you, man.
You feel me?
I feel you. I mean, that's real talk right there, cause
I just make music and I love to make music, and I know how to put out the music, and people appreciate it and call me a star.
Bro,
God bless.
That's real
all
talk.
my fans out there.
Cause I know that a lot of artists, when they literally get famous, some of them just get lost in the euphoria and they completely lose themselves. You know, it happens. So
it happens.
Shout out to you, man. I absolutely appreciate that.
Thank God.
So, JOS to the world. What record are you gonna play for us next?
What do you want to hear? What kind of stuff you want to hear?
Dude,
No.
So here's what I want, yeah?
Yeah.
If we were to pick like 4 records that could summarize the album. So you would say like 4 records that literally tell every single story that the album is supposed to project. You've already played Rich Brooklyn.
Yeah. First of all, I don't want to say I have any album fillers on the song. There's no song on this album that's a filler. Every song is meant to be on this album where it's supposed to be, and what number it's supposed to be. Okay, but if I'm to pick out 4 that will define the whole body of the album, first of all, I'll pick the intro.
Let me hear that. Let's hear that for a second.
The intro is a straight up rap, so it's called Me Versus Me.
You gotta sneak to get to the truth. The truth is condemned. The truth is in the gas chamber. The truth has been in your stomach. The truth is in the
I'm blowing trees on Monday, waiting on my cheese on Sunday. Cause really I was nothing in my young days. Now me and my boys taking pictures on the runway. It feels good, nothing flyer than that. You know, these little rappers come around me, they be trying to raps. But if they diss me with the rhyming, they be dying in fact. And I ain't lying with that. Picture me on a Kodak still. Everything I had to do before I had that deal. I was in the corner posted with my crews and trucks. Some broke ass niggas can't afford food for thought. She tried to put me in a friend zone. She said I couldn't get along with her until she saw me at a friend's home. And I was trying to get along with her. You know the timing is everything, and every day a nigga get buried in them gunshots. You wonder who let him in. It's 5 a.m. I'm my adrenaline supposed to be settling, but I'm up like a 9-to-5 gentleman. Eyes wide open, got me smoking a lot. I heard it's a killer, but me I'm hoping it's not. I haul on my dealer to get a bag in the feeling, so I can kill these gorillas with all the feelings I got. Thrill nigga for real, my emotions come alive these days. Even scholars really can't define these things. These niggas on my neck is like they buy me chains. I caught them off when they go off like violence. Trains, you know, can't see no one else. It's just me versus me. Can't see no one else. It's just me versus me. Certainly. I had to get it no matter what. Vision as a rapper with the mind of an astronaut. Spaceship, I heard the galaxy big enough to carry all the stars when lit enough. Big enough to handle all them niggas who get it rough. And then expose them niggas who never did enough. I'll be on the rise and I'm gone from the ceiling up. I can't be down cause I know that the feeling sucks. See, I promised my mama I'ma always be great. If I don't do that, you know the promise was fake. My nigga, I can relate to that. So to the top, bring the earth down. It's me versus me and it's the first round. Yeah, I'm so blessed. I've been blessed. I feel blessed. Frontin' on the hater, 24/7. I be starting on the hater, shining like a diamond. I be holding on the hater. I ain't got the time to be talking to a hater now.
I'm not even gonna front. I cannot front. This is a dope. That's an intro.
Yeah, it's first song of the album. That's what starts the album.
Okay, you're about to whet everyone's appetite, huh? Like, literally, like, listen, dude. Okay, that's first of all one of the most prolific intros I've heard.
Thank you
I
very
like
much.
it.
And we have a movie coming out next year called Me versus Me. We're shooting it right now.
You're in it?
I might be in it. Watch out for it, but it's my movie. It's an Ice Prince Amani movie.
Right.
Yeah, produced by Gbera Jibade and George
Gbera
Kura.
Jibade, yeah? Right. Interesting.
It's about to be lit.
Is it like a proper movie or just a short film?
Yeah, a proper movie.
Yeah?
Yeah, an actual movie.
Like a 2-hour proper...
An actual movie is the movie to the album. It's called Me versus Me. And this is the soundtrack to the movie. And also the first song on the album.
Wait, so the whole Just to the World album is the soundtrack to the movie? Or just the song?
Well, the story of the movie is off a chat. Like, now let me tell you what the whole package is.
Okay.
The album comes out in October 2016. We're dropping a book after that. There's a book I have my book is ready.
Okay.
It's called The Nigerian Dream, and then the movie comes out next year. Now the movie is all in the same story. It's all telling the story of the JOS of the World kid, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna get like footages and josses and everything? Like,
We do have it already.
that is beautiful.
Yeah, we intend to put out a DVD as well.
That is
But
beautiful.
the DVD that's my plan. That's me trying to, give my fans more. But for now, it's the album, the book, and the movie.
You know, Ice, I gotta tell you this. I think I've said this to you before. You have this appeal, especially amongst the youth, especially down in like pretty much everywhere. But even I saw you perform at some show in, I think it was in JOS, and I saw how they were rushing the stage.
Yeah.
Like I was
Yeah,
like,
please.
and I think I hit you up and said, dude,
It happens, yeah.
like this is political right
It
now.
happens.
Like you can actually change. Do you remember that I sent you that message once? And I
It
said, look,
happens. My friends, man, booking it and they're like, they're just, there's people who support my music,
Yeah.
people who support what I do. They like my lingo, they like my swag, Yeah.
I think that's dope, man.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing to be chosen, you know what I mean? Like, I feel blessed. I feel, sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm asking God, why me, man? There's so many talented guys. There's so many talents. There's so many rappers.
So
You feel me? But
take it back to the past. When before you moved to Lagos.
yeah.
I mean, what was that feeling like the first time when they told you, "Yo, let's go to Lagos," and you started actually seeing a glimpse of the dream?
Man, I've always just been a go-getter, bro. Like, from when MI said was going to Lagos, I'm like, bro, let's do this. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like, and from when he moved, he didn't even have a place to stay on his own. He was squatting with somebody else, with our big bro, Genie, the guy who actually saved us. You know what? We didn't care if we're going to be sleeping on the carpet. Me and Jesse slept on the carpet for months. You know what I mean? But hey, it was never like, it's not comfortable, whatever. We're just ready to go for it. We're just ready to go for it. And that spirit with me has never died. Like, I'm just always ready to go for it. I've been around the world, bro, and I've seen so much that Afrobeat has done and Afrobeat can do, or our music has done, or what our music can do. I still make money off my Everybody Loves Ice Prince album, off my Fire and Money album. And in so many ways that I feel can even be better if the structure is actually put together right. But I can't sit in a generation and nag about the structure not being right, because the people before me and the people before them and the people before them have been nagging about structure not being right. So for me, I'm trying to make it work for me and my generation, and hopefully let it create a structure that will work for people coming after me as well. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm trying to use my Super Cool Cat company to do. It'll take me time. I'm not saying I'm going to do this overnight.
But it requires a lot of hard work. It requires a lot of hard work, and as long as you're devoted to it,
exactly,
that's not even a problem.
Wish me well, like wish you well.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yes, sir.
That was off the
Everybody Loves
Ice. Yeah, that was the first one. I remember that album when it dropped. I remember I was on the air that day.
Yeah.
And the first record that I bumped,
my baby.
Like when I got the album, I did a quick sample. The first record that I played was Juju. That's the first one I played on the air. I was like, yo.
Yeah.
And then all of them just started. You had the one with Two Face as well, which
What's
is
up? What's up?
Yeah, what's up? Which is pretty dope.
Thank you.
Okay, so you were talking to me about the collabos that you've had on the album, and I really wanted to just ask you this question. You've collaborated with so many others. You've done collabos with French Montana, a couple other artists, Sarkozy and all the rest of them.
Yeah.
When you pick your collabos, I mean, and this is what I want to know is, do you sit down, because you mentioned earlier on that you like to vibe with people before you actually work with them.
Yeah.
So do you like just hang out with these guys and then say, you know, hey, let's do a record together, or it just happened to be that you thought of a record and said, hey, this guy will be good on the record? How does that happen? I mean, they'll show you respect regardless.
Yeah.
But how does that happen?
Sometimes I hear certain people on certain records and I reach out to them.
Okay.
For example, I heard Fino on Trillions, so I reached out to him. You know, I could have just sent it to anybody, you know what I mean? But, and anybody, Sarkozy could have bodied that beat. AKA could have bodied that beat. MI could have bodied that beat. Jesse Jacks, Vector, Reminisce could have bodied that beat. Anybody could have bodied that beat. But I heard Fino on it, so I reached out to Fino. You know, but sometimes it's off of a vibe. If me and you are vibing together and we have a beat that's nice, you can record, I can record. We're an artist, you're an artist. We know how to make music, we make music. And sometimes with these international collaborations, what I came to the conclusion of was, if there's no vibe between me and the artist, then there's no point even going for it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we try to just, except if I make a song that I only want this particular person to sing, I want Jeremiah to sing this hook for me, then I'll reach out to him.
But does it ever happen that you make a song and you say, hey, you know what, I'm targeting a different market, and this is the best guy or girl that will get me into that market? Do you ever consider that? Does that happen to you as an artist?
Yeah, sometimes, but I'm not the kind of artist that follows that
trend.
No. I work with artists based on vibe, or if I'm a fan of their music.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm a fan of your rap, or if I'm a fan of your music, then I'd love to do something with you. Or if we're friends, you know, and yeah, we'll do stuff together.
So, you and MI obviously vibe a lot. How come does MI on the album? He's not.
MI, unfortunately, he's not.
You guys,
on
like,
my album.
I was
This is the first album that MI is not on.
I was gonna ask you, like, it's been a minute that you guys.
I was just reading the text from one of my one of my friends.
Yeah.
I would check. We're just talking about it right now. Like, you know, it's just, this is the first album that I don't have MI and Jags on. Me and Jags actually had a song called La Vida Low that was meant to be on this album.
Yeah.
But he got took out the last minute, not by me, but by the whole squad. You know what I mean? Like, it's a whole process of selection.
True.
You know, I removed a lot of songs on this album. I had a song with Yvonne Chaka Chaka that was meant to be on this album, but didn't make it to the album. But we still come out at its time. It's still been worked on right now. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, this is the first album that I don't have.
So the selection process, how did that happen? Like,
man, it was a lot of, that was the hardest part of making this album. It was a lot of back and forth arguments, conversations with the people that I trust the most, and the people that I've been doing with, the people that I did the first album with, the people that I did the second album with, the same people. And these are just friends, producers, DJs, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to Chaka Chaka, the Chaka Chaka feature.
Yes, so.
I want to hear that.
Yes, so that day I wanted to die, bro, when I was in the studio with her. She's like my mom, bro. I love her so much. Mama Yvonne Chaka Chaka, if you're listening to this, if you're watching this, I love you so much, you already know. And I got your message from Becca. God bless you for life.
Right. So, I want to go back in time a bit, because I believe that what molds a person is the background of their foundation, pretty much.
Yeah.
I remember back then you were in a group called the Echo Morgue.
Yeah, Echo Morgue Squad. Yes, that's the first group that I started with. Before I linked up with MI and Jags, and I started living with them. I was in secondary school at the time, and I was in a group with this guy called J Miller and this guy called Slim P.
J Miller?
Yeah, J Miller.
J Miller.
J Miller, he was on my first album.
Yeah, he was
one of the
at some point
Grip
he was
Boys.
rolling with the Grip Boys.
Yeah, he was one of the Grip Boys.
Yeah,
but he left that and went back to JOS and faced some other hustle. But I started that in that group with J Miller and Slim P. And yeah, that was Echo Morgue Squad, and we're just the hot boys in school, performing at social nights, killing every social night, you know what I mean? Having all the girls.
Speaking of girls, I mean, I didn't want to bring that up, but now you mentioned it, so I'm gonna have to throw it in.
What's up?
How do you stay
put?
Yeah.
How do you stay put?
Well, you see, I'm taken. I'm 100%
I'm taking. I see you.
I'm taken.
Man,
So,
bro.
But you know, it is a hard struggle sometimes.
Man, I just focus on my music first, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like my music comes first. I have a girlfriend, but even when me and my girlfriend are arguing, if I have a project going on, I tell her, listen, let's keep this argument until next month.
We'll talk about it later.
I need to promote this record right now. Let's talk about this same thing on the 8th of November, okay?
So do you ever picture yourself taking like a notebook or saying, you know, okay, we have 2 arguments now on standby. Argument number 1, 2.
I know that she knows. What's that I do? Have you seen my last post online? I'm promoting something that I don't have time for this. I'm going to be promoting this one for the next 1 month. Call me next month on the 8th about this argument. How are you? You good? I love you. Let's talk about the stuff. You know.
I mean, we all have to go through that, man.
I mean, we all have to. Yeah. I mean, when there's work to be done,
you gotta get the work done.
Gotta chill.
Get the work done.
Yeah.
So, one of the highlights of your career, and you mentioned that in an interview you had, was when you were able to take a picture, or rather meet Hov, Jay-Z. You mentioned that in an interview that was one of the great highlights of your career.
It's a moment.
Beg your pardon, great moment.
Yeah.
What came of that moment? Because everyone actually thought that you were signing to Rock Nation. Yeah.
I would have loved to, even though that wasn't what took me there at the time. I actually went in to have a conversation about a liquor company. About Duce, actually. Okay. I'm proud to say that. I was going to keep the G's on the low.
That's all, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, I went to have a conversation about Duce, and Duce is in Africa now. I am proud to say that I am the first ambassador to sign that contract. Be an ambassador for Duce.
Nice one,
you know
nice
what I mean?
Bro.
So that was what it was about. You know what I mean? It wasn't about to go sign a deal with Rock Nation and get a record deal or whatever. No.
Right.
No, I was already...
So like you're like the ambassador for Duce pretty much, yeah?
I am an ambassador for Duce. They intend to sign more ambassadors.
Okay.
But I just happen to be the first.
Dope. Absolutely dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
Thank you.
No, I like that. But that don't mean you're not going to work with Jay-Z if he says so. Come on, man.
I will break my laptop on your head. I mean, I don't mind a Rock Nation deal. I'm not saying I definitely would love to work with Rock Nation. They're my guys. They're my friends. Beehive does. You know who Beehive is?
Yeah.
That is Rock Nation, right? Beehive put me on the Breakfast Club with Charlamagne and Angelique and Envy, even without a contract. You see what I'm saying? So I have relationships with them. They do so many things for me. I do festivals from Rock Nation Connect.
Yeah.
So I do business with them even without a signature, you know what I mean? And
that's dope.
A lot of my friends are there, from Beehive to Copy to, you know, even to Tiwa Savage to Nigel. I have friends in there.
That's a good, I mean, to be honest with you, that's a dope deal. Tiwa crossing over like that.
Yeah.
It literally just means like right now, I think the world is ready to.
It's a good look. It's a good look. When that deal came out, I called Beehive. I'm like, man, big homie, what the? I need this deal too. What's up with Ice, man? Why you throwing that? He's like, nah, Ice, don't worry. You know, I got you. You know, he explained a whole lot of stuff to me, and I'm so happy that Tiwa got that. Tiwa is doing that for Africa and doing it major. I believe she can be bigger than Beyonce, man. Quote me any day, anytime, by God's grace. You know, with the right machinery and the right hard work, the right amount of support, you know, she gonna get there.
I feel you. I was gonna ask you this. Yeah, you mentioned that this album is obviously JOS to the world.
Yeah.
It tells your story, and your story obviously has to include some of the people that you grew up with. Key people that you grew up with.
Yeah.
How were you able? And you obviously couldn't get every one of them on the record.
Definitely not.
So how were you able to? I mean, do you think they would feel bad that they didn't make it on the record? And how were you able to pick who?
I don't think they'll feel bad
important?
because some of them saw me when I was making this album, and you know they were a part of the whole making of it. I had Young L on the tape. Young L is also a childhood friend of mine. I had Chopsticks on the tape. Chopsticks is also a very old friend of mine as well. And you know, at the end of the day, I'm not making an album about me and my friends.
Yeah.
Or me and my, you know, I'm trying to make an album.
Yeah.
You know. So, and I have a representation of my actual day one JOS friends on the tape. So I think that's fair enough.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know.
So have you ever had to deal with?
Excuse me.
Have you ever had to deal with envy, jealousy? I mean, obviously, now you're growing up, you're becoming bigger.
Yeah.
Does that ever happen? Has that ever happened to you?
Me getting jealous of somebody, or
no, we're people that you thought were real, or people that were your boys or your.
I wouldn't know
girls,
if it was.
whatnot.
I wouldn't. I've been hurt before, but I wouldn't know if it was jealousy that caused whatever happened, you know, between me and that person. But I've been hurt before a few times. Jealousy is there, but I don't see it. I don't look at who. I don't see it. I don't read it. I see hateful comments. I see people talk nasty things about me sometimes, for example, but I don't really. I see it, but I don't see it. I don't know if that makes sense.
Turn the blind eye.
Yeah. Some of them make me laugh. Matter of fact, I laugh at them, you know. So somebody jealous of me, I'll be laughing at you, man. I will laugh. Say, how you jealous? I would laugh. Because if you know my story, you know what jealous people.
True.
If you know where I'm from, you won't be jealous of me. You'll be thanking God for my life.
No, I was even just talking about the people who actually know where you're from, who are your friends, who are your. Well, I wouldn't call them day ones because they can't be day ones if they're feeling like that. But people who you thought were day ones, and then, you know, you obviously became bigger. And let's not kid ourselves. When you become big, you become busy. Yeah. And so, it's almost going to be like, oh, we know that if we see you again now because you don't blow, that kind of thing. Do you understand? Well,
I've been, maybe I've been through that phase too a few times with a few of my friends, but if a friend of mine is feeling that way, to be honest, I won't take him serious. I can't take you serious, even my friend, and you're feeling that way about me. You know what I mean? Because if you know that I'm busy, or if you know that I'm working, and if you know that I got you, because none of my friends will tell you that they will come to ICE and ICE will not answer them. True. You feel me? There's none of my friends that will tell you that they will call ICE and ICE will not respond immediately, no matter where I am. And if I'm in Oakland, you know what I mean? Like, so, I don't think any of my friends, my real friends, should feel that way. And if anyone feels that way, say eyes on blue, they busy. I would laugh you, say I'm a stupid person. I gotta look for something to do with your life.
You know, the other day, right, a couple of weeks ago, when MI celebrated his birthday. I came out to the house and I saw you all there, and just one thing struck my mind. I was like, I wish people who were talking could just watch this moment. Because, you know, like, obviously, you leaving Chocolate City, people are going to have their side, their versions of what may have transpired. You understand? Same thing with Jesse leaving as well. And
see, before in Nigeria, it was easy for an artist to transition from one label to another without any fuss being made about it. Yeah. But now these days, an artist, you know, ending the contract, people make a big fuss about it. What happened was I had a 4-year deal with Chalk City, 2 albums from 2009 to 2013 when my last album dropped. That deal was over 2013. I didn't leave then. I stayed in the company, played roles in the company outside of a deal for about 3 years until 2016.
Which was the vice president role.
Exactly, until 2016 when we officially announced the Ice Prince is done. We stayed quiet for 3 years. Wow. If there was a problem, we could have made it a problem a long time ago. We stayed quiet, but I stayed. Chocolate City was on every video I dropped for 3 years without a contract. You see what I'm saying? So, like, you know, but because of how bad it's been made to look when artists always leave labels and it's always an issue, court case, this one, that one, people thought it was something similar. No, it can't be. It's not close. It's not close. I might find out if you come out for me. I don't know if you guys understand this. You guys have to understand. We're not blood, same father, same mother, but we are that blood. Yeah. You feel me?
No, I caught that. I know, but I caught that vibe that day again, and I was like, I wish people. I said to myself, I wish the skeptics would be just here to see this moment for a second. Yeah. I mean, look, shout out to you guys, man. I love the way you've kept it, and
appreciate it.
I mean,
I will pray other people learn too, man. Like, there's nothing more than one love and being together and staying together and doing things together. You know what I mean? The more we leave labels and there's issues fight, the more we're killing the label business. You know, the more we're discouraging more artists from even trying to get into this music thing in the first place. We're killing the music. Like, you have an issue with your label or your boss or whatever, do it peacefully and just even if it takes you 4 years to come out peacefully,
because these are people who
take time with it. It took me 3 years to not drop an album because I was trying to come out peacefully. Yeah, you get me? And I think people should wise up real quick.
I feel you. Let me ask you, and this is something that I really want to find out how you handle this. In this case where you now have Super Cool Cats, and you're obviously going to have the pressure of wanting to sign new artists.
Yeah.
What are you looking out for? Like, so in other words, the question I'm trying to ask is, Chocolate City had a certain sound, and we all knew what the artists were like. What do you think Super Cool Cats is?
I'm looking for the new wave. The new sound.
The trap.
Nah, trap is not the new wave.
I'm just saying, but like everybody jumping on trap right now. When you hear trap, they're trying to dab.
Ooh, girl, you got me crazy. That the Tory Lanez song, that's not trap.
Yeah. Well, but Tory Lanez, not
numbers.
I get you.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the love song of Tory Lanez. That's
There's so many songs I can go on and on mentioning that are not trap but are huge and are making numbers. I'm not necessarily, when I say new wave, I'm talking about trap music. I'm just talking about that new sound that people want to hear. There's a sound that's appealing to 2016. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's a sound that was appealing to 2014. See, frequencies change, times change.
It's funny you're saying this, because you know there was a time when in the music industry in Nigeria, everybody felt if you don't do music in a certain way.
Yeah, true.
And even you put out some records like that just because that's a certain way.
Yeah.
My question now is, at that point in time, I always felt that there's good music, conscious music that is just being ignored. Open your ears to it.
Yeah.
The listening habits are changing.
True. People, and the music is getting diversified.
When I hear your records, it's pretty much an attestation to the fact that people's listening habits are changing.
Yeah.
You can't put out the same record you put out 3 years
True,
ago.
you can't, exactly. And that's how I was taught this thing by some of the greats in music, bro. Like, honestly, I've sat down with some really musical geniuses, and they've taught me this thing. You need to understand now, first of all, the way music sounds on CDs, the way is different from the way it sounds on cassette. Sorry, one second. Yo, Swanky, where you at? Jesus, I'm coming. I'm just around the corner. I'm doing an interview. I'm about to run up.
Tell me with me, let him chill out.
With Douglas, I'm coming. Give me a minute. I have his house key.
Are you serious?
I'm telling you, he's at home.
Damn.
But anyway, so
talking about the sound. Yeah, the sound.
Yeah, talking about the sound, like
music geniuses.
Yeah, have made me understand that. Listen, like, music can never remain the same. Beats change. Beats progressions change. Drum sounds change. That's why they're steady trying to create new drum sounds, new samples and stuff like that. Music changes, and you have to kind of like catch up with it. So whether it's whatever genre, whether you're rapping or you're singing or whatever, Fuji, whatever, you have to always upgrade your music. You have to always upgrade your lyrics, upgrade your vocals, upgrade everything that you do and make it better.
So why would you say that? Why would you think that the foreign artists are trying to now do stuff with Nigerian artists? Is it because they can't recreate the beats that we make, or what?
No,
what do you think?
They're trying to do stuff with Nigerian artists because Nigerian music is finally being heard by the world. Nigerian music is finally being listened to by the world. People are starting to finally listen to it, and these people I'm talking about includes this foreign artist.
Sure.
So obviously they're tapping into it. You know, same as us. If we hear music from South Africa, we try to make stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? Was never a thing until Mafiki Zulu brought it.
Sure.
And we picked it up. It's the same thing Americans are doing. You know, they're picking up this influence.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who would you say has inspired you, Ice, apart from that? When I asked you this question before, you said MI. So let's put MI aside. He's inspired you a great deal.
You already know.
Yes. Who would you say has, or like, who are the people that have been really very inspirational in your growth ever since you put out the Oleku song and then the, Everybody Loves Ice album till date?
There's
People that you've looked up to and have talked to you and
so many people though.
Drop words that
so
might
many
just
people though. But I must give big credit to Arume, Korean Paul. Those are huge inspirations. There's hardly anything I can do though, or want to do that I won't go to those people to say, boss, this is my plan.
Yeah.
You know? Toby Saudi Daniels, my business manager. Shout outs to him. He's the reason why I'm able to buy a phone today. Trust me. You feel me? He knows how to put my money together. Nanle, my road manager. from Oli Cool from Time and stuff like that. Yeah. And then of course my friends again, Chopsticks, Young Girl, India, my real friends, like, you know, my brothers, Jesse Jags. It was my real inspiration, man. We came here together and we're trying to do this together.
For you, bro.
You know?
This album is gonna drop October 28th, which 2016. Is literally a day tomorrow. Actually, it's gonna be tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I messed it up.
So that is officially tomorrow.
Got you.
So not only am I gonna say that I am blessed to have heard a couple of records.
Yeah, man.
Before anybody else dropped it, before you dropped it, before anybody else heard it.
It's an 18-track album. You haven't heard anything. Trust me.
I thought about it. Like, hold on, I'm gonna listen to just one or two more. But I thought about it, like 18. People are not that generous with music anymore. Like,
I know.
I see albums like 12 tracks.
You see, I haven't dropped music in a while, and I haven't dropped an album in 3 years. It's only right that I give my fans a good body of work to, to listen to. Can do a 2-hour drive with the record, with the tape. The whole tape itself is an hour, I think 5 minutes or so. So that's a good road trip, you know. That's a good flight.
Driving to Jos Mabuja 3 hours.
Exactly. That's a good flight. Makes sense.
What do you think about touring?
Touring is fun. Touring is very, very good. Touring is essential. I'm about to get back on tour actually, and yeah, I love to tour. I love being on the road. You know, I love performing songs to fans. It's such a beautiful thing, and seeing people come out in different states or different countries, man, it's such a beautiful feeling. It's a blessing.
Okay, you're gonna play. You're gonna play us 2 more songs to JOS to the World.
Yeah.
And if anybody's first of all, from what I've heard already, people should go get the album when it drops.
Yeah.
I'm
boom,
definitely.
Boom, boom.
It's gonna be out on pre-order though.
It's gonna be out pre-order. It's gonna be out everywhere. It's gonna be on the streets. It's gonna be everywhere.
Absolutely.
Watch out.
Absolutely. Let's hear another.
I see, say all the guys with a few, you plenty. Cause them they see, say I they love you, tired. See me, I'm
This song called Few Dollars More.
$few more?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the money come, and the money come. Yeah. What you want? Just a few dollars more, just a few dollars more. If you ask me what I want, just a few dollars more, just a few dollars more. If you ask me what we want, just a few dollars more. Just a few pounds more, a little more naira. Just a few dollars more, just a few dollars more. If you ask me what I want. Oh baby, come to my side, I get plenty.
Would you say so? Like I've always pictured that every artist is looking for that one producer that is his
Main producer.
I don't want to use the word main because it might just sound wrong, but for example, Biggie had Puffy, right? Burna had Lyric. Drake has 40.
Yeah.
Is that Chopper for you? Who's that for you? Who do you think? Who's that producer for you there? Like,
I'll say Chopsticks.
Chopper, right?
Yeah. Chopsticks, Jesse Jags too. Those are my oldest producers.
Yeah.
So people that know my music more than anybody else.
They can actually create that sound.
They can almost tell you what Ice is gonna say on the next slide even before I write it down. They can tell you what Ice is gonna sing before I even voice it. You know, Lil Keys too is one of those people with me. But I'll say Chopsticks. You know,
I've noticed something when you started. When I first heard of you, you used to rap.
Yeah, I still rap.
Yeah, you still. I'm not. What I mean is, like, you never used to sing. Let me put it this way. You used to rap.
I've always sang.
But I never heard you back then singing.
I always sang.
Was that
not blown?
Yeah.
But
before even
I started off music. Though my main rap songs in school, but when I took music professionally, I was singing tenor in the choir in church.
Yeah?
Yeah. Emma was the choir leader, Jags was the drummer. I was in the choir, I was singing tenor. Okay? So singing has always been a part of me from my first songs. If you go back to my archive in JOS, some of the songs that made me #1 in JOS before I even moved to Lagos You see him always saying, you know, Ice Prince, J-Town #1, whatnot. That whole talk about all that stuff. Some of the songs that made me a popular rapper in JOS were some of the songs I was singing on. I've been singing from way before Ole Cool. I've been singing hooks for everybody, for myself, for M, for Jags, for everybody. Writing hooks too. I write music for people. I write, you know, incredible hooks. Ask them, they'll tell you.
So at that, but let's assume, so at that point in time, was there ever this inner battle within yourself? Should I be a singer? Should I be a rapper?
But you see, that's why it was so spiritual. On my first single, my first official single, I actually had a line. I said, "Listen, bro, I did rap, I did sing, I did MC." So I said it from day one, from the very beginning, from my first single, that this is what you should expect from this artist. I rap, I sing, I MC. I've had some amazing rap songs, and I'm still dropping some amazing rap songs. I've dropped some amazing songs that I sang. I've had some women, like real women, not girls, tell me that, baby, you should give me some more. Your favorite songs ever. And that means a lot to me. You feel me? I've MC'd some of the biggest award shows in Africa. You feel me? Like I've done it. I told you from day one, this is what I do. Rap, sing, MC. And I did drum. You feel me? So that's who I am. That's what you should get from. That's what you get from Ice Prince and Manny. I'm the type of artist that will do Aboki side and still do. Give me that lighter, give me that kush, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the type of artist that would do all kinds of stuff and still come back and do nowadays and MCV, them crazy, you know, that's me.
Nobody wanna enter my
I embody all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. That's like making sure you don't put yourself in a box or something.
Yeah, exactly. I never wanted to put myself in a box. I wanted to be able to be free enough to sing my songs, free enough to rap my songs, free enough to go enter my raga if I want to enter my ragamuffins. You see what I'm saying? I wanted to just feel free as an artist. I wanted to express myself in different forms. I didn't want to be boxed. And I didn't start. I started rapping in the beginning, but I didn't start off as a rapper, bro. I started in church singing tenor.
You know, I had a chat with MI once, and he said something. He said that he's very proud of you.
I'm very proud of him too.
But when he said that, I almost asked him why, but I realized he probably wouldn't explain it better. And I said, let me ask you, why do you think he would make that statement? What do you think he meant by that?
Because, I don't know, man. He always says it. He always tells me. I think because he knows me that I'm a go-getter. And almost everything that I've told him that I want to go for or I want to do, I've done. And I've made it happen. You see what I'm saying? A long time I used to tell Emma, yo, I want to do the Breakfast Club. I want to do the Breakfast Club. Yo, I did it. And, you know, almost over a year later, no African artist has done it. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of things that I tell him I'm going for, I actually go for it. So he has that respect for me, and I'm so honored. I'm so honored to just make that man smile. To just say that, okay, he's my teacher. To say that his student
is doing well.
He's doing well. You know what I mean? That's amazing. I'm so honored. I'm dripping of swagoo right now. I need to go shower. Plus, I have somebody's key. You know.
No. You know what?
He's stuck outside.
I need to get some of that swagoo too. But I got you, Holmes. And I appreciate you coming out and or rather letting me come out and come chill with you in the studio.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
On a last note, this album is dropping tomorrow. What are you going to say to the young up-and-coming rappers, up-and-coming artists?
I would say...
What are you going to say? What are you going to say literally to those of you who look up to you and say,
yeah,
I want to be like Ice?
For those who look up to me, man...
What's the roadmap that they have to follow?
For those who look up to me, man, look at me as an example. If you look up to me, look at me as an example. Go back to my story and how I started and where I'm at right now and see that it is not possible. It is not impossible to do it, regardless of wherever you're from. If I tell you, I come from grind, from hustle, from pain, from anger. You know what I mean? When I lost my dad, I lost so much. Family members, I lost so much, and I was an only son. You know what I mean? So I come from that to being Ice Prince, superstar. It's not impossible for anybody to do it. That's my message to my fans, and also to just say that, you know, I am here with a lot more music to give you for the rest of my life, and I'll always, you know, provide you with quality music. To artists out there that are aspiring to be superstars or musicians, you know, treat music like a serious thing. I always try to quote back from what the fella said. Music is a very spiritual thing, taken very serious. Like I vibe with a lot of young artists these days, and I see that there's a lot of, you know, unseriousness. I have a lot of young artists that I respect. I love a lot of the youngins right now, but some, you know, I just see a lot of, because they do this music too, we also want to be stars, you know, like it's beyond that. When I started doing music with MI not to be a star. I never thought I was going to be bigger than MI my whole life. Not even like I'm saying I'm bigger than MI, but I never thought that I would even come that close to be headlining shows. You feel me? Like kind of like same way he does. So never come into music with the aim of, you know, I mean, if you're in this music team just to be famous and to make money, my nigga, you're wasting your time. Like, you need to treat music seriously. You know, those are the kind of people I take serious. If you're here to do this for 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, and then just be famous and get some girls and buy some nice clothes, I'm not in the conversation with you. I'm here to, you know, I treat music seriously. Yeah, boy.
Ice.
The dog.
Man, look, you know what? I appreciate this. You know, this
You're that heady, right?
It's been a long time coming. I totally appreciate it.
I appreciate you, man.
Nah, listen, I'm gonna tell you this. Yeah, this album is gonna be fire.
By God's grace.
You know.
Amen.
Like I know people are gonna get it from tomorrow when it drops, and
let's take it to the world.
Bro, let's take it to the world.
Word up.
Let's put Nigeria on the map. Let's put JOS on the map.
Let's put Africa on the map. Let's put JOS on the map. Put your own city on the map. Don't forget to write your own story and share it with the world. It could be anything.
And most importantly,
it might change somebody's life out there.
Yeah.
You know?
And most importantly, let's always push the good music.
Yes, push traffic to good music. The dog.
Yo, give us one last track. Let's bounce with that. Let's
you also want to get to sleep outside, I mean.
That'll be our sign-off song. I want to know.
Come to my side, I get plenty. Oh baby, come to my side, I get plenty. See, I'm a rapper, I'm a singer, I'm an MC. Plenty.
To remind you.
Yeah, I'm a rapper, I'm a singer, I'm an MC. Ooh, baby.